guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a weekend reading. It's an extended weekend reading looking at the energies surrounding us on the weekend of March 16th through March 18th, 2018. For the reading, I'll be using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck, Vanessa Decort, pulling 3 cards for the main reading, plus 1 card from the bottom of the deck as the overall energy for the weekend. And I pulled 1 additional oracle card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. As I always do, I'd like to remind you that these readings are general. The only way for you to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me, focusing on you and what is going on in your life right now. If you're interested, you can either email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com, where you will find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing. Right, I have shuffled off camera and already laid the spread, really just to try to move things along a little bit more quickly. I'm trying to finish up the mid-monthlies to get those all posted by the end of the day or tomorrow at the latest. So hopefully you will have those. Just another quick reminder, the end of the month will be another full moon, right? The blue moon coming up at the end of March. I'll be doing a special reading for that as well as another giveaway. So stay tuned for that. All right, we have here in the past position, so the energies we leave the current week heading into the weekend, we have the Prince of Cups. In the center of the reading in the present position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the outbound energy as we leave the weekend heading into the next week, we have the Princess of Wands. And the overall energy for the weekend, what a lovely card. We have Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. What a happy card this is. I love it. And the Oracle card from the Earth Magic deck, we have Lotus Flower, Unfoldment. Love this card too. Look how beautiful. All right, so starting off with the Sun as our overall energy. Well, you couldn't ask for a better card to have as the overall energy for the weekend. The Sun is probably the most positive card in the entire deck, and it speaks of enlightenment, right? The Sun comes in to really shine its light on the situation, so it provides warmth, it allows things to grow, it's associated with good health, just feeling good in general. It does bring in clarity, right? The Sun shines its light, so if there's a situation where you're trying to figure something out, the Sun comes in to really shine its light on that and provide the illumination, provide what it is that you're trying to figure out there. It also has to do with, besides good health, it's just overall feeling good, right? With the Sun card, it can have to do with working with other people, right? Partnering up. You see that here we have the couple together here, so it could be some type of partnering up with other people, working, in a group. But it's about cooperation, working well with those other people. It's very good fortune, positive energy. Has to do with, besides the Sun, and we do have lots of sunflowers here, the center, it's interesting because you see how the center of the Sun, it has the mandala in it, right? And we also have, there's the lotus as well on here. So, and we have that sort of repeated here with this lotus flower. So, interesting. So creative talent, new ideas, new projects. Let's see how this ties in with our reading. So we start off here in the past position with the Prince of Cups. Now the Suit of Cups deals with our emotions, our feelings. It's water energy, right? It also has to do with intuition, our psychic abilities. And usually the princes, or prince and princess, we have one on either side actually. We have the Prince of Cups on this side and the Princess of Wands on the other. The prince or princess, usually they're the ones who bring in news of something, right? And with the Suit of Cups, it's usually, something to do with emotions or feelings. And this Prince of Cups, he's coming in, he's carrying, I don't know if you can see it, he's carrying this chalice, right? So some type of offering here, right? He's actually, in this particular deck, he would be what in the traditional tarot would be the Knight of Cups, right? The Princess is actually the Page in the traditional deck. So this would be, the Knight of Cups in the traditional tarot. So he's the one who comes in, he's like the knight in shining armor. He's coming in with this new offering, could be a new offering of love, so could be attached to romance, but not necessarily. It could be an offering that, that does bring you happiness and joy, right? The dolphin, you see he's riding in on a dolphin, which has to do with being, sort of free-spirited. And this appears in the past. So for some of you, there could have been, I usually associate the knights with, as being event situations. So this offering coming in, or, whatever this news, or possibly, the offering that brought great joy to you. I usually associate it with that, but it could be an actual person. When we have court cards, and we actually have 3 court cards right here, we have the prince, the queen, and the princess. So when we have court cards in a reading, it can be actual people that we're dealing with during the weekend. And if so, and there's quite a lot of people around, which would make sense since we have the Sun card saying that there could be, dealing with people, cooperation, working in groups. So that would make sense. But this could be a more of a middle-aged water sign individual, male or female, but Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer individual. And this person, he's very emotional. He's very loving, right? He's the type of person who he allows his emotions to kind of push him along, right? He's the knight in shining armor, like I said. So he's very much ruled by his heart. Now in the center, we have this Queen of Pentacles. So again, if this is a person, this could be more of an older female earth sign individual. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, although, could be male or female here. But she is a very grounded individual, right? The Queen of Pentacles, she's very much about, the material. She's very much about being, self-sufficient, self-reliant. She knows, she's very resourceful. She knows how to best make use of what she has. She's very good at, or she's very stable. She's a very, again, grounded, stable, earthy individual. Usually associate her with, Mother Earth, physical health, taking care of children, taking care of, the earth, so planting things. So with her sitting in this middle position, again, could be a person. If so, then she would typically be somebody who, who's financially stable, makes good use of, of her finances. She's financially savvy. But she's also very warm. She's also a very caring individual. or this could just be you taking on this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, of being, more resourceful than usual. Maybe it's because you are working with other people, so you're being sort of more nurturing, more supportive, working with others to kind of cultivate, the land, or cultivate or work on a project. And then as you leave the weekend, you have this Princess of Wands. So this would typically be the Page of Wands, right? And the Suit of Wands has to do with, it's fire energy. So it has to do with creativity, creative projects, our own drive and ambition. It has to do with the work that we do, the day-to-day matters, right, that we have to deal with. And pages usually bring in news of something. So, again, if this is a person, this would typically be, it could be a child. It's usually a younger fire sign individual. So either Aries like yourself, Sagittarius, or Leo. Either a child or, a teenager, somebody in their early 20s. But this person is even though the person is very young and sort of it's immature energy, this person is also very, very creative, is somebody who kind of thinks outside of the box, somebody who's very enthusiastic, very excited, has, great sort of creative vision. And again, this could be, a situation. If so, then this is, this person bringing in news of something, right? So bringing in news of a new project. This is somebody who's very willing to try new things, somebody who's kind of fearless. And you see that she's on here with this tiger. So she's, she rises to the occasion. She's very fearless. She'll try, go after whatever this new thing is, right? This new opportunity. So, looking at the cards together, and especially with this Sun card, we have, we have new things, we have offerings, we have being resourceful, possibly partnering with others, and then, a new opportunity. So there could be news of a new opportunity coming in over the weekend. You could be partnering with others. You have a lot of different people, so it could be water sign, earth sign, fire sign individual, but coming together, working as a group, whatever it is that you're working on, there's growth involved. There's definitely positive energy. There's a big yes. So if you're trying to start something and you're unsure if it will work out or not, yes, it will. This could be, with with this Princess of Wands. It's interesting because this Princess of Wands, she's a very, she's a risk taker. She's fearless. And the Prince of Cups on the other side, sometimes he can be attracted to the idea of romance, but he might be a little afraid of actually getting involved with somebody, of intimacy. It's kind of like these sort of opposing energies with this, fear of emotional involvement, and then this fearless person ready to, try whatever it is on the other side. And then sitting in the middle is this very earthy, grounded energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Again, there's this physical, and the Queen of Pentacles, she's very much about, or she understands about taking care of your health, of being physically fit. And we have that again with the Sun over here, which is a card of vitality and physical health. So for some of you, there could be a focus on that this weekend. I'm definitely getting the, being around other people, especially with this many people appearing in the spread, and the group, this group or working together of the Sun, that could definitely be coming together with, people maybe, people that are different than you are, opposing sort of ways of handling a situation, but you collaborate, you come together in order to work on a project, in order to sort of have these tangible results here. But whatever is going on here, I mean, it's very positive with the Sun card, and definitely lots of vitality, lots of warm energy here, and shining its light, enlightenment with whatever you're doing over the weekend, but working with others or getting together with others. And the Lotus Flower card, I like to read from the Oracle, the guidebook for the Oracle cards, and this Lotus Flower says, with quite a long description. So let me, first of all, it talks about, the lotus flower itself, right? And how the lotus flower, it arises from the depths, right? Sinks down at nighttime and comes back up in the daylight, right? It comes up in the daylight and unfolds its petals. And so the message to you, it says, your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you're aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. Even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It is an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself, or others for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. And it goes on to talk about the lotus flower, and it says, what we learn from this amazing plant is how our own spiritual path unfolds and opens to the light, then at times gently folds in on itself for proper rest when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary for the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained in nourishment during the day. It's also just as important that it is rooted, and it is yet another miracle of nature that something so exquisitely beautiful is formed from the mud and silt at the water's bottom. I kind of get this, coming through with this lotus flower card, and then the two opposing, this sort of Prince of Cups as being a little bit afraid of commitment, and then this, opposite energy of this fiery Princess of Wands, fearless, and then sitting in the middle, and we have the darkness on both sides, and we have this, the sun here with the Queen of Pentacles card, and the sun is the guiding energy, right? So there's definitely this sort of balancing going on here, and the importance of both, right? And the and possibly this Queen of Pentacles is sort of at the center of balancing, this Prince of Cups and this Prince of Wands energy. The sun, is important for the growth of this lotus flower, right? As well as for things to grow, right? With the Queen of Pentacles, thinking of her as, as the Earth Queen of things growing. But the darkness, that we have here, we have the moon appearing, and the darkness here is also just as important. So the balance and how we can find that balance, and how both are important. And also going back to the working with other people, the opposing sort of energies, or each person brings his or her own, or contributes in his or her own way. So, learning to work with, and respect these opposing energies, and harnessing those energies in order to finish, to work on this project for our own, like we're talking about unfoldment here, right? For our own growth, our own journey. It's interesting messages coming through for this weekend. I do hope that the messages have helped in some way. I thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light. Very wonderful weekend. Bye for now.